Sazerac cocktail?
Sure.
Alright.
Tell us what you're doing.
Does that have Saint made in it?
No.
No. Oh, okay, good. Sorry.
Well, this is a Sazerac cocktail, of course. It had its birth in New Orleans. A fella named Antoine Amédée Peychaud. I don't know why I put that much in there.
I don't either.
Antoine Amédée Peychaud is a fellow who emigrated from Haiti in around 1800. He was escaping the troubles there, the time of trouble. There was a lot of social upheaval going on due to Toussaint Louverture's slave revolt that kicked the European government out and established a free state in Haiti. So he was trying to get away from that trouble, and the nearest French colony was New Orleans. So he was among a great number of people who emigrated at that time. And he had an apothecary. He set himself up a business. He was an apothecary. And also a prominent Freemason. So after hours in his waiting room of the apothecary, he used to have his Mason friends come over for drinks. And he had devised this sort of a stomach bitter, Peychaud's aromatic bitter, that he used basically in his own personal version of a cocktail, as it was called back then, which now we think of more with the term old-fashioned. So it's basically a Peychaud's old-fashioned. Originally it was made with cognac, and we're doing that this evening with Martell VS. The folks over at Martell, over at Pernod Ricard USA, were very generous and donated a couple of bottles at the last minute for us to be able to make these Sazerac cocktails. And
what else is in there?
Well, it's simple. The cocktail's a very simple drink. It's got some sugar to gentle things down and sweeten them up. It's got some sort of bitter component, this aromatic bitter, and the booze. You put the booze in, and you put some ice in there to chill it down. And then you take a little bit of absinthe and run it in through the glass and dump it out. Do a little rinse the glass with some absinthe.
So it's a cognac old-fashioned?
Yes.
Oh, got it. That's what you said.
It's a cognac old-fashioned.
Now I'm paying attention.
Yep.
I just woke up.
And of course, yeah. So did I.
I just had a quarter pounder, so I'm still asleep. It's true.
I believe you.
Thank you. Oh, this should have been chilled. Let's do this. And eventually, the cocktail that they made there, the Sazerac cocktail, would end up taking rye whiskey, because whenever you have a brown liquor drink in the U.S., it ends up taking the local whiskey, whether that be bourbon or rye. And in the case of New Orleans, rye was preferable due to, well, a lot of trade issues and transportation issues. Because rye was what they used to make around here in Pennsylvania and Maryland. But the workmen who used to run those old keel boats, those flat boats, before you had Fulton's invention of the paddle boat, the steam-driven paddle boat. These guys used to push it along the riverbed with these long sticks, and they were pretty much roughnecks. And they drank rye whiskey because they were from around here. So when they got down there to spend their paychecks, what they would always ask for was rye, and that's why rye became so popular and prevalent in New Orleans. But this is the traditional, very traditional first version of it with cognac.